It's officially December. The holiday season has begun. So if you have survived a long weekend with family, gained a few pounds, and are kicking off your holiday gift buying, you are in the right place. I'm going to share the top 5 books that should be on your wish list this year and or in your Amazon cart if you had any insurance people to buy for. And yes, my mic is attached to a pom-pom on a dinosaur-themed holiday sweater. I've broken the books into categories, with the first being Best Personal Growth Book, Networking Beyond Bias. This book is actually the most broad of the 5, so I think could be a great gift for any professional on your list, whether or not they're in insurance. Author Amy Weininger comes from the insurance industry, so she uses examples from her insurance background, but the content is relevant to all industries. The overarching message and call to action is around supercharging your career by breaking down the artificial barriers that prevent you from optimizing your network. Research indicates that most of us are missing opportunities and unintentionally ignoring groups of people that could add a lot of value to our lives and our careers. The biggest challenge with bias is that it tends to be unconscious, as in you don't notice you have it. I found this book to be very helpful as it gave me insight into other groups and things that I don't personally experience and therefore weren't on my radar. The only way to combat unconscious bias is to make it conscious and dismantle it. That's how you take away its power and take your network to the next level. Next up, Best Insurance Beach Read. Yes, that's a thing. I have declared it to be so. Love 'em or hate 'em, Lemonade is definitely interesting. Ty Sagalow's account of Lemonade's origin story has all of the elements of an epic saga. An underdog hero, a journey to an ancient city, an industry full of established 150-year-old rivals. I always like learning about origin stories, and this one didn't disappoint. It's also light on insurance jargon, so a nice break from some of the meatier pieces and end-of-year planning documents you're probably reading right now. And chances are someone you know has a copy, so you can probably just borrow this one. I know I saw them being distributed and handed out at some of the big conferences this year. I literally have no idea who has mine, so if that is you and you have my copy and you are watching this, you have 24 hours to return it before I take legal action, or just pass it on to someone else because I probably won't read it again. So. Best Industry Knowledge Book, The End of Insurance as We Know It. Author Rob Galbraith covers the industry end to end, diving into current state, trends, and the future direction of the industry. He gives advice to carriers, insurtechs, and all the industry players on how to succeed in the rapidly changing climate we find ourselves in. I'll link to my full review in the description box, but the clip notes is that if you work in the insurance industry, this is not one to miss. Winner of the admittedly small category of Best Insurance Children's Book is Popsicle Insurance. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. This book was released by the Academy of Insurance, is written by George Jack, and illustrated by Colin McCoy. Written from the perspective of an insurance agent explaining the industry to his son, it's a fun, illustrated story that kids can relate to. I had my 5-year-old review it, so I will be summarizing his findings on this one. His overall opinion was, it's good. When asked to expand upon that, he reiterated good with a thumbs up. Favorite character, Aunt Lillian, because she's old and funny looking. Least favorite part, no penguins. Seriously. My kids appear to be under the impression that nothing in insurance happens without bald penguin, so they had assumed one would be featured in the book. So Academy of Insurance, I hope you don't mind if I customize my copy. Just take this little sticker here. There we go. And in the Best Career Development category, get a jump start on your New Year's resolution with the industry's favorite 4-letter acronym, CPCU. Foundations of Risk Management and Insurance. Now, I personally have a very aggressive 14-year plan for my CPCU, but you don't need to be a go-getter like me. You can really just pick your own timeline. Either way, you have to start. So if you've been on the fence, now is as good a time as any to pick up the first textbook and start off 2020 with a bang, because that's how you start off a year with a bang. You buy an insurance textbook. So that's my list of the top insurance books I've read this year. What books should I add to my list? And don't forget to subscribe to the Insurance Nerdery. It is cool to be a nerd. I'll see you next time.